Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another tarot deck review. Today is actually decks, as in two, because we are doing the Barbara Moore's The Book of Shadows Tarot, which includes two decks. Now this one is quite the interesting set here because of the fact that it is two decks. So it is called As Above and So Below, the complete edition. So this is based on paganism. So the As Above deck deals with more of helping you learn sort of the pagan traditions, and it's more of the spiritual side of things, whereas the So Below is a deck that you can use for your everyday questions, and it's more relatable and tangible, whereas this is more ethereal and spiritual. Not to say that they're not both spiritual, but the art depictions, as you can kind of tell by this here, it's more of your practical everyday with magic elements included, whereas this is just, you know, everything about the pagan religion and ethereal and just spiritual, and it's beautiful. So both of the artworks are a little bit different in each deck, but you can use them together or you can use them back to back. However you want to use them, it's up to you. I tend to use the As Above for more of my spiritual readings for myself, or if I have like an abstract kind of thought or question I want to see if I can find some guidance for, I use this. Whereas my everyday of like, what should I focus on today, or that sort of a question, or a work-related question, that sort of a thing, I would use the So Below for. And in fact, in this book, it kind of goes over a lot of those things that you can use it for. So this is by Barbara Moore. I think there's a couple of artists on here. It is a low scarabeo deck. And I can't remember exactly how much I paid for this or what it retails for, because I've had it for a few months now. So I don't remember, to be completely honest with you, but I will link all of the places that I know to get it down below, so you can check it out yourself. So let's get into it. This is a very awesome looking box. It's got my fingerprints on it and smudges because I've had it for a while, but I do love how when you put it on a bookshelf, it looks like an old book. It's just beautiful. And then you open it up with the little hinge. So it's durable. I love to keep my cards in the original packaging. This book is filled with information, and I'm not going to bore you with it. I feel like if this is something that you are interested in, this is something that you can delve into yourself. But I do want you to know that both decks are utilized in the information book, and there are some spreads, I believe. So reading the cards, yes. So there's quite a few spreads that you can use. Some of them use both decks, like this big picture. And then it goes into using both of them together, using them differently. There's just a lot of information in here, which is completely worth it, especially if you are curious about paganism, because it delves into a little bit of that as well in here, which I find it fascinating that they do that as well. I think this is perfect for those of you who are interested in it, or are kind of getting your feet wet in it, because it kind of helps you out with the information, basically. So anyway, it's a very, I feel like it's a very complete book. Some of the meanings for the cards, even though they're the same card, they tweak it a little bit for what the meanings are of that card, just because of the feel of the deck. So, you know, Ace of Cups might be a little bit more spiritual related in the sense of the As Above deck, whereas it might be a little bit more practical in the So Below, if that makes any sense. So you do have the As Above, then the So Below, and I'm getting a lot of that information coming out of my mouth right now. So I'll go through the cards pretty quickly. The backs are the same. The only difference is the blue or green border on the back, and it's beautiful. And then in the As Above deck, the names are changed for the major arcana, and the minor arcana, the suits are fire, earth, air, and water. So that will relate to your classic cups, pentacles, etc. And the art in both decks are absolutely gorgeous. So I'll just go through really fast so you can kind of get a feel for how they will look and read. So the artwork for this deck is more shadowy, and it just feels more spiritual and majestic, and I absolutely love it. The cards are a little bit smaller, but I'm not hating on it to be that way because they do shuffle really well. I'm loving the feel of it. They're a little bit more matte than gloss. The borders, I don't mind the borders. I do, think that the pictures would be awesome with a wider card, a bigger card, but again, it's just personal preference. So then we get into the suits of the minor, and these have your normal, numeric numbers, whereas the major has the Roman. So this would be the wands. And there's not too much going on in the pictures here, but it does describe it in the book. Whereas in the So Below deck, there's a lot going on in the picture to use your intuition. So elemental would be the page, the maiden would be the knight, the mother, the queen, and the crone, the king. And so then it just keeps going on with each suit here. And I'll just go pretty fast so you can kind of get a feel of it. So then you can see the stark difference between this and the So Below deck. You can buy these decks separately. You don't have to buy the whole kit like I did, but I really wanted to utilize both to see how it would work and how I liked it. And I believe it's cheaper just to get them together. But if you're not one that likes to, use it for a spiritual side, then, I can see just buying the So Below. Again, tarot is always a preference situation. Some people like certain things that others don't. So that's a lot of the reasons why I like doing these little reviews, so you guys can kind of check them out and see for yourself. Because, it's hard to want to buy a book or a deck, I should say, without getting a feel for the cards. So I really like how they shuffle. Whoop. They shuffle really good in the hands because there is a, they're smaller, they're slim, which is nice. They're not awkward. And these do have reverse meanings as well in the book. They do have the reversals. So speaking of preferences, some people don't like doing reversals. So, but if you do, there's that option in there as well. So that is the As Above. And I will just go through real fast and show you the So Below. So the difference with the green. And then as you can tell here, it's a little bit more of a situation in the picture. Like you can kind of use your intuition to kind of see what's going on, versus the other deck, it's a little bit more stationary, I feel. And then these are their normal given names. So it's a little bit easier to infer from it. So as you can tell, the art is different. It's a little bit more laid back, but it's still gorgeous. And it's, you know, your everyday life, stuff that you encounter, you know, daily. And you can use that to your advantage with this deck. It's not out of touch, which I really like. It's relatable. It's, you know, down to earth, and you can see yourself through the cards because you can relate to it. And, you know, I love all, like, the devil here. This is the devil card. Like, isn't that kind of like nail on the head? It's not scary, but you know exactly why it's the devil. Temptation, you know, addictions, that sort of a thing. So it's just kind of refreshing, and I love it. I really don't have anything negative to say about this whole set, because it reads just like, you know, any other tarot, and you can use it for a lot of different ways. It comes with spreads. It's just easy to use your intuition with. It's easy to read. You know, 10 of Wands, or 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. And we have Knave instead of Page, the Knight, the Queen, and then the King. So very, very cool. I'll just kind of go fast through it so you can get a feel. Yeah, I don't have anything really negative to say. I enjoy both of them. I don't use them nearly enough. I use them mostly around like full moons for myself, just to kind of get more in tune. I'll use that as above deck. But yeah, I mean, I find this fascinating that you can use both together. It's kind of like a genius little idea. And the art is beautiful. The book explains everything well. Not much to complain about. So I won't bore you with shuffling these because they shuffle exactly the same as the other deck. But yeah, all in all, this is a beautifully well-constructed deck. It fits together perfectly. It shuffles well either way that you shuffle. And it's very comprehensive. If you're a beginner, this would be good for you because you have both to kind of work off of. You have everything explained in here to you. You have spreads, and you get to learn more about paganism, which is always a plus in my book. So as far as would I recommend it? Absolutely. It's not for everybody because, again, it delves with paganism. So if you're not into that, then it's probably not for you. But if you can, I mean, if you're interested in it, by all means, like, it's awesome. I'm truly loving all of the low Scarabeo decks that I have gotten my hands on. I've not had one bad thing to say about them. I feel like they're very thorough and they're very creative, and you know, it's just awesome. So the teamwork behind all of that is pretty cool in my book. So you can also find this, I believe, on Llewellyn.com, because Llewellyn it's a publisher, but it's a publisher who brings over low Scarabeo, if that makes any sense, because I think that's how I understand it. So if this is interesting to you, let me know. If this is something that you would use, let me know down in the comments below. If there is a deck, tarot or oracle, that you want me to get my hands on so I can open it up for you and tell you what I think, give it a little unboxing, let me know. I will try to get my hands on it and do a video for you. I did this by request, so yay! All right, guys, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or were entertained. And if you have not yet hit that notification bell, go ahead and do that as well. That way you'll never miss a video upload from me, because I don't have a set upload schedule at the moment. I'm working on it, guys. My day job is all over the place, so I really don't know what kind of schedule I will have. So I upload when I can. So when you ring that notification bell, you'll get notified when I do upload. That way you'll never miss a video. And you guys, thank you so much for continuing to come back and to spend some time with me. So you guys all have a wonderful rest of your night, rest of your week, whenever you're watching this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.